How do plants use gravitropism to grow? Imagine a tiny plant seedling pushing through the soil, knowing exactly which way to grow. It's like the plant has a built-in GPS that guides its growth direction. That's all thanks to a process called gravitropism. Plants sense gravity to decide whether to grow roots downward or shoots upward. This ability makes them seem almost like little biological explorers. The secret lies in special cells located in the root cap and stem. Inside these cells are tiny dense particles called amyloblasts. Think of these as microscopic sand grains that settle at the bottom of the cell when the plant tilts or changes position. This settling acts like a gravity sensor, telling the plant which way is down. It's similar to how a spirit level works but inside a tiny plant cell. When the plant tilts, the amyloblasts shift position, triggering a chain reaction inside the cell. This reaction involves a hormone called auxin, which controls how much plant cells grow. Auxin moves unevenly, accumulating more on one side of the root or shoot. In roots, higher auxin levels slow down growth on the lower side, causing the root to bend downward. In shoots, higher auxin promotes growth on the lower side, making the shoot bend upward toward the light. This differential growth is how plants reorient themselves to grow in the right direction. Inside the plant cells, proteins called pin proteins act like traffic controllers, guiding the flow of auxin to specific areas. The position of amyloblasts influences where these pin proteins go, which then directs auxin movement. Other players like calcium ions, actin filaments, and mechanosensitive ion channels help turn the physical settling of amyloblasts into a biochemical signal. Interestingly, plants also have a kind of proprioception, which is a sense of their own shape and posture. This helps them straighten out after bending and avoid weird twists or kinks. So, they're not just passively growing, they actively monitor their position and adjust accordingly. From a weird science point of view, gravitropism shows how plants are surprisingly dynamic. They don't just grow randomly. They use tiny internal sand grains to sense gravity, then reroute hormones like traffic signals to grow in the right direction. Some experiments have even shown that when amyloblasts are removed or mutated, plants can still sense gravity, which hints at other mysterious mechanisms at play. Understanding this process helps scientists improve crop growth in tough environments, including space where gravity is different or absent. It also inspires engineers to develop smart materials and robots that mimic how plants sense and respond to gravity. So, in a way, plants use gravity as a guide, turning it into a signal inside their cells, and then bending and growing in ways that seem almost like a tiny biological form of intelligence.